Energy low. Energy critical. Firestorm inbound. Energy critical.
Okay, I've been checking audio, and it would appear the entire first part of the episode is quiet. I mean, I don't know. I think it's quiet. Let's check, see if the audio is good here. Oh no. Alright, well, in that case, I will say, welcome to Space Engineers, and I am sorry, but for some reason, I wasn't getting the audio, so now you guys get audio, so, yeah. Yeah, you got to see everything, but didn't get to hear squat, so now you get to hear squat, so that's good. Alright, so, let's go ahead and continue our little process here. We're going to go ahead and drop some more materials off in this one here. This is going to be our little junk hole that we're going to put stuff in. But first things first, I need to change up these right here because we're going to put those cargo pods right there, and we need those to reflect a different setup. So let's go ahead and get to logistics, and we need to go here, and no, we need small stuff. Well, that's right, we need this stuff. And we need a T, nope, a T. There we go. Perfect. We'll go ahead and take that. And we're going to do that again. Alright. Then we're going to go ahead and jump over here because I'm pretty sure I could... Yeah, I'll get this started right now. 1 and 2. Alright, so let's go ahead and zoom over here and grab what we're going to grab. And I don't need that anymore because we're going to... Now what we're going to use, these ones up here are going to be really handy for when I have ice and stuff too. Alright, cool. And just out of curiosity, okay, good. It had just occurred to me that maybe there might be something that I need to deal with there, so. Yeah, alright. So let's see here, we got more materials, so let's go ahead and jump down here and get these materials in place. Alright. I still like the idea of those barrels, though. It makes me want to maybe put barrels, stick them in the ceiling or something. That's such a brilliant idea. And it would increase our cargo capacity a lot. Ooh, what do we got here? No, that's not a barrel. Oh, it's a reactor. Okay. Well, that'll be good. We can always use some more of that stuff. Okay, and what do we got in here? What did I just grind off? Oh yeah, that was the, huh. Alright, we got this one here. Alright, what is this? This is a blaster edge. We don't need that. So this is just all heavy-duty plating and stuff. It's not hiding any concealed. Alright, now here's all the programming stuff right in here.
Energy low.
Almost got this one, and we're going to grind this one down here. We're going to have to basically Uber up the battery to get it on board, but I'm really excited to get a battery on here because that's going to really make a difference.
Energy critical.
Yes, I hear you, Suit Lady. Energy is critical. I think we're going to put the battery actually on top. We could put it in, well, we could slip it inside of the other, but I like of the where one of the storages is, but I'm kind of leaning towards sticking it right up on top here. Just letting it be bulged up a little bit. We can always move this one up if we need to too. Or shift that below. It can go down here too. But I don't really want to do, well, actually maybe the battery down here isn't a bad idea. Because we've got it, we could bring it down, but it's going to come down pretty far. And we might want the, there's always a possibility we might want to put a weapon system on here too. But I think if we do a weapon system, we'll be forward of that there, so. I think probably right here is our best location, right there. Alright, and then what we'll do, we bring the battery down, we'll have a connector set up with the other thing on it, and we'll be good to go. So let's go ahead and get this off of here. Let's see here. Let's go ahead and get this stuff off of here first. Alright, so I'm gonna go ahead and get, where's our mobility? Alright, so we're gonna go ahead and get this and put this right here, because that's gonna be up. And then we're gonna rotate that in place, and that's gonna be, no, we gotta have that down like that. Yeah, that'll be down. Okay. Okay, we got up, down, left, right. We're gonna need something going that way. And we're gonna need something going, oh wait, nope. That's two of those, so we gotta go with, okay, got left, right, up, down. And then we'll have to have this one situated to go downwards, like right there, or actually, you know what we ought to do? We'll do a light armor block right here. And then that can have the, and we'll go with the remote up on top of here. So let's see, where is our remote control? Alright, we're gonna do the remote control on here. Okay, and then the gyro can go right here. This is like the most basic of all drones, because we want to be able to set this thing up so that want it to be able to be set up so that we can go ahead and move everything way we want, way we need it. Alright, let's go ahead and get this. We're gonna go ahead and alright, and then we're gonna put the chair chair right here. Alright, so now everything's in place to move that battery into where we want it. Alright. So now we're going to zip around. Oh yeah, we need the antenna too. Oh, it's always a bunch of stuff, isn't it? We need the antenna. I guess we're going to get a regular antenna and put it there. And we'll just convert the one over. So let's see. Utility 1, utility 2. And that'll be the regular antenna there. Alright, cool. Alright, cool. So that goes in there. We'll go ahead and we'll take this antenna off of here. And we're going to put this one where it's at. Right up here. We'll move the parabolic one. I really like the parabolic one. I think it looks really cool. Kind of like a deflector dish of sorts, so we'll definitely be using that. Let's go ahead and take this off. Alright, and give me that. Okay, and then we're going to rotate this down and over. We'll grab this one here. And we're going to zip over here and grab this one here. Those will come up here. And that'll go to this one here. And it's going to go down here. Okay, now we're going to go to this one here. And that one is going to come over here and do this. Ooh, ow. Painful.
Energy low.
Yep, I know my energy's low. You don't have to tell me that, sea lady. I'm well aware of it. Okay, we're going to get this one. Let's see here. That's going to be regular. Let's see, do we have another? I feel like there should be another. Nope. Okay. Well, in that case, we're going to go around to the front here and install one of these. There we go. Outstanding. Alright. Let's go ahead and pull this here. The parabolic antenna. Now, where do we want to put the parabolic antenna? It's such a cool antenna. It really is. Oh wait, I could put it there maybe? That actually is not a bad spot for it right
critical.
there. Actually, that would have been a good spot to put the, instead of in the hole here, that other side would have been a really good spot to put the ore detector. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and do that. And then we're going to go ahead and fill this in.
No energy.
Okay, we need energy. So we're going to pop back in here. Uh-oh. Well, that's a gremlin military version. I'm not touching that. Hell no. But what we are going to do, however, is we're going to turn off all of our... We need to turn all of the antennas and stuff off. Why do I hear gunfire? Okay, something's moving. Oh, I know what that is. That's a spotlight down here. I was like, I hear gunfire. Like, what is that? Alright, so we need to go down here and find all of our beacons and turn them off, because we don't want to draw attention to ourselves. So, antenna off. Let's see here. Beacon off. Alright, cool. We're not going away from the ship right now anyway, and we definitely don't want to advertise what's going on here. And let's turn this off so the pirates don't think there's anything juicy over here either, because we don't really need that kind of attention either. And for now, until we do our operation, you're getting turned off, because I don't want unwanted attention. I don't want to get the pirates involved in anything going on over here for now, so. As far as this battery's concerned, I destroyed it. I probably should have just went for straight for the AI, but I ended up going for the battery instead, so. There's an ion thruster. Cool. Let's go ahead and get the other one on this side over here set up. Cool. Alright. Okay, so. Alright, so where is, go to, I think it's under, mechanical. Yeah, that's what we want right there. Alright, so let's go ahead and get okay, merge block in place. We'll leave this upper part open until we get the battery actually nestled in there, and then I'm thinking we do another battery here. With that one, we're gonna go ahead and let's see if we can actually do this. Uh-oh. Oh, damn. I didn't think they were going to be that big. Oh, crap. Okay. Yeah, this is going to be a little different. We're going to have to put these suckers back to back. Like, literally back to back on each other. Yeah. Wow. Yeah. Wow. I didn't see that coming, honestly. I thought for sure that we'd be golden. But apparently, these batteries are a little bit bigger than I anticipated. But that's okay. That's okay. We just got to work with it. You know, that's just what we got to do. All right. Let's see here. Mechanical. Where are you at? There you are. It's okay. Get it done. We do need to get some more batteries, and the only way you can get those is through certain materials. So, actually, I can't help but to wonder if maybe I should put that one up here in the front. And then that way I can bond it more heavily than the one in the aft. So let's go ahead and do that. Okay, we're looking for... There we go. And then that way it can be bonded in more with this stuff. Okay. So what we're going to do here is I want to put heavy armor blocks in place. And I want these blocks to be vertical like this.
Energy low.
That way there's a bit more protection, and I can just go ahead and drop it right down in there. We're going to go ahead and get rid of this too. And we're going to put a light armor block right here that is an angle block. There we go. So that should be good right there. And then we're going to go ahead and set our second battery here. And then that one will go right here. It'll go nestled right in there like that. Alright. So we're going to go ahead and tear this one out. Okay. And we're going to go ahead and hit this thing like that. Okay. Alright, and then let's see here.
Energy critical.
I hear you, sweet lady. Let's see here. All right. Okay, that freaked me out for a second. I think I'm gonna get rid of this. Because I thought for a second there I was being attacked. I thought, oh no, I'm under fire. And then it's like, no, it's just this stupid thing.
No
Oh,
energy.
Energy. Alright, we're gonna get charged up here with this. Alright, let's see here. Good to go, well, close enough. Alright, so let's go ahead and get the rest of the stuff cleared out. Alright, so over here, Okay, so we'll get these event controllers here. That is an event controller right there. I know what that is. That is definitely an event controller. Now, per the rules, event controllers and programmable blocks will allow me to be able to get materials without salvaging them. However, that was on the assumption that there was going to be a large grid. One that is going to be for my designated base vehicle. So, in this case, I don't have a large designated base vehicle, but I do have a small grid one. So, as long as the small grid is what I'm calling base, I think we'll be okay. So let's go ahead and jump over here and let's slap our happy dandy merge block on here so that we can merge this sucker together with the other one. Perfect. Alright. Now this barrel. I really wanted to have a barrel on here. I so wanted barrels on here somewhere. It just seems so cool. Like, I don't know. It just really jumps out at me as like really cool to have a barrel on here. But where the hell would I put it? I mean, I guess I could just mount it on the underside somewhere until we land somewhere, but I don't know. Well, we do have a light here. If I mounted a barrel under the body here, I could do that. I actually could. And that would actually be kind of cool, I think, maybe. So let's see what this looks like. I don't really need that there anyway. Alright, let's take a look at it, just briefly look at it and see what we think. Okay. I'm not gonna lie, that's kind of cool. And how would it look which way? Going this way? Or going this way? Yeah. Yeah, that actually looks pretty cool. I'm not gonna lie, that's cool. Alright. Well then, this is what we're going to do with that one. We're going to copy that, whatever that is, we're going to copy it. We're going to do this, and we're going to take that. And we're going to put that on our underbelly right here. Okay, that looks really cool. Wow, and I can still access it right here too. Okay, that's so freaking cool. And I could even run, actually, you know what? That would be really sweet. Let's see if we can do that. I was thinking I could actually run plating over it like a belt, like a buckle. Maybe. Oh, I can't because it has to go over the square. Yeah, there's no way to bracket it yet. But still, I could put I could put a couple across here like that. Or even just put one right there. And one right there. Nah.
Energy critical.
There we go. I like that. Alright, cool. That's definitely cool. I'm not gonna lie. That's definitely cool. Like, super cool. And that is the reactor right there with the shield right there. Alright, so let's go ahead and, well, we can just sit on the seat here. Wow. That's gonna be crazy to get that locked in place. Alright. Next order of business is this thing here. Alright, so the programmable block. Okay. Let's go ahead and find the programmable block. It's going to be under automation. We're going to put it in place. The not programmable block, the event controller. We're going to put that in place. I don't know yet what I'm going to assign it with, but I just want it to be in place. That way we can use it for what we need it for. Okay, cool. Alright, so that takes care of that. Now let's go ahead and do the last little bit of this breakdown. I'm really excited to get a battery because when you got a battery, that really opens up a whole lot of stuff for you. Looks like we got another reactor too. That's not a bad thing to have also. Maybe I'll put that up here. Like an emergency feed it reactor where if something's like really bad, you're bad off, you're running out of power, whatever, you can't get to the what have you. That's what that's for. And that's going to be really good in case you run into a problem child like some of these pirates seem to be. Alright. Let's go ahead and get the emergency reactor in there. There we go, reactor 1, emergency room. Alright, so now we gotta hope the gremlin doesn't notice us, because we're gonna get this locked in place. Alright, so let's go ahead and go to control. Go to remote control. Control it. It's tricky because the angles are all weird. Alright. Okay, it's very carefully. And we got good merge. Outstanding. Perfect. Alright. Love it when a plan comes together. Alright, so we got all that to go. We got one here. Alright, let's go ahead and get this one in place. We do have another gyro we can slap somewhere, but I don't think we really need it, so we'll just use that for components. Wow, this is awesome. We got basically a battery and a half here. That is outstanding. Alright, do we got our 3 already over there? We do. Alright. So let's go ahead and load these bad boys up in the back end. Alright. I am so pleased as punch we've got a battery. That is just brilliantly golden because now we can store energy. It also means we can use solar panels if we can find any. And that makes a difference too. We don't need these, so we're going to remove them. Oh, mother... You've got to be kidding me. I just ground out the frickin'... Oh my gosh. We'll fix you in a minute. I can't... Oh, there's batteries in here. Oh, wait. How did I know? Oh, wow. Okay. Didn't realize I had batteries already in here. We'll have to hack them. So actually, it was probably a good thing that I ground that out, actually. Well, we'll put it back together again. Let's see here. Let's go ahead and drop these off, these off, these off. And that off. That off. And as many of those that get out. Yeah, so that's going to be interesting. But hopefully we can get as much of this temporary container out, because otherwise this is going to be a real pain. Alright, let's go ahead and see what we can get out of this. Such a pain. Oh, hey, Minuteman. Hi. Yeah, I wasn't aiming for it, and yet they still wanted to do that to me. It's like, dude, really? Not cool, man, not cool. And the worst part about it is I've got to find a home for all this stuff, and I don't really have the space for it right now. Alright, cans. We'll put some solar panels there. Let's see, do we got room for anything in here? Yeah, we do. Put some solar panels in there. Pipes in there. Glass in there. And we'll drop some this, and that in there, because we can't use that either. Alright, so we're going to take advantage of the situation if we can ever... Good gravy. Alright, you know what? Looks like we get to use the barrel now. Magnesium can be dropped off in the barrel. The barrel of fun. Alright, now. This here is a tricky operation. Alright.
Energy low.
Now, before we do that, we're going to jump in here because, let's see, okay, we've got our old grinder. Good. Good. Because we're going to try to hack this. Now, and you got to do it right. Ah, mother. Alright, well, we didn't do that one right. We'll have to access that to the floor here at some point when we actually have the ability to do something with it. Alright, well, because we can't use these batteries unless we hack them anyway. I'm pretty sure this one's not... I couldn't get to this one either, so... Now let's try to see if we can do this. The key... is to get those computer parts without... Ah! That sucks. Alright, well, good thing we took that battery, because now we at least have a battery. Okay, gravy. Alright, let's go ahead and get this cargo pod back. Man, it's not what I wanted. we'll throw the empty tank in there too. Alright, well, that does that in. And I'm guessing from the fact that those are not burning, I don't know that I turned them off. Let's see, did I turn them off? I don't think... Yeah, my hydrogen engines aren't under my control, which means that I probably am out with the tanks. Or I'm out of hydrogen. I'm out of ice, I bet. Yeah, I think I'm out of ice. So we're on ion only, which is fine, but we have a battery up here. But that's it. Alright, so we've taken care of that. So we need to start figuring out a place for ice. Which means we have got to start searching some of these locations out here. So what we're going to go ahead and do is, first of all, I need to finish welding that. And we're going to go ahead and bring up the... let's bring up the beacon and move a little closer to one of these asteroid batches. Let's see. I bet the H2O2 is out of ice. Oh hell! I didn't even hack. Oh yeah, there it is. Oh, it has ice. Well, that's weird. Well, now it's mine. So by all means, yeah, there we go. Now we have power. Huh, that was weird. Alright. So, we're gonna make the beacon live again. Why is it saying NPC RC? Yeah. Oh. Why is it... Oh, because I probably still have stuff to grind on it. Good gravy. Alright, well, let's go ahead and get the beacon back up. So we know where our ship is, because, yeah, that's the thing. We can't do GPS, so... Alright. Let's see here. What rocks look good? Well, well, I think that cluster right there looks good, so we'll go with those guys. We're going to go to this cluster of rocks here. Get a little bit closer to them, and then we're going to look for ice. Ice is what we need. Even though we have some in our H2O2 gen, I kind of want to have a little extra. Of course, we got to keep our eyes open for salvage, because if we can see some salvage, that would be even great. But I want to have an extra supply of ice. I just don't trust it, you know. I'm also going to change that spotlights. Where's the spotlight? There's a searchlight, and okay, good. We got maximum. Target small ships, target rockets, no. Target neutrals. Alright, cool. Well, I think we're pretty close to this. We can go ahead and start checking things out. Alright, let's see. I don't see any telltale sparkles. Alright, so let's go ahead and check this out. I want to mark down the location of ice anywhere on here. Use this too to see if we can find any. I mean, ores would be good. It would be nice to know where there's ores just for when I get a refinery, but until then, oop, magnesium. All right. Yeah, I'm gonna need to do some hacking, but right now I'm more concerned about. To be honest, I'm more concerned about just, oh, I can't GPS that. Damn bloody hell. I don't have any extra solar panels, and I don't have any extra batteries that I could use, so I have no way to mark this. I have magnesium already, so I don't need to worry about that, so. There's not usually ice with magnesium clusters, so we're gonna do one pass over this, and then we'll hit some of the other rocks in the area and see if we can see anything that looks like ice. We do have limited cargo capacity, so I don't want to pull any other ores that I get, although it would be kind of nice. Alright. Frozen water. Are you here? What's that? That's not water, is it? It is. Haha! Perfect. Oh yeah. Very good find. Very, very good find indeed. Alright, well that gets us plenty of ice. Just run around, chase a few more of these blocks. Make sure I don't have any rocks. I do. So let's go ahead and dump the rocks, because we don't want rocks, we want ice. Rocks don't do us any good. We have no way of processing them, so let's go ahead and get a bunch of ice. Sadly, I don't have any way of marking this location, and I probably won't find it again, so that's why I want to get it an absolute full load if I can. Okay.
Inventory full.
Beautiful. Alright, let's get out of here. We'll do a scan with the camera too, see if there's any salvage out here somewhere. There's a lot of rocks. It's possible that we might have run afoul of, somebody might have run afoul of one of these big rocks and crashed or something. I haven't seen any activity. That doesn't mean there is anything floating around here. It's frustrating when they don't have their little markers in place, though. Very frustrating. I still got some stones. Oh well, we'll throw it in there anyway. There we go, some backup ice. And then we'll put some ice up here. Good. And we'll put some ice in the connector. And we'll put some ice in here. Good, now we have ice leak literally everywhere. Which is good because that will mean that, well, first of all, I'm pretty loaded up, so that's a good sign anyway. But if I spread it out a little bit, alright, now we're going to go down to the, make sure the H2O2 gen is fully loaded. Rescue seat. Now we're fully loaded. Alright, cool. Alright, now that that's loaded, we're going to take a quick look around with our camera, see if we see anything, because we can zoom in, zoom out, that kind of thing. See? Let's rotate in place, take some looks. We're looking for anything that sparkles before we start heading out. Looking, I don't see anything. Let's see here. Are we all just rocks, or is there more there? What in the hell is that? I can't zoom out anymore. Let me zoom in that. Well, we're gonna head towards the closest planet, but I was thinking about the other one. Well, it doesn't look like there's any salvage. So where's that planetoid I was heading towards before? I mean, I could head to that one over there. It is closest. This one here. It is closer than the other one, and I could head there. We could go to that location, but I kind of feel like since that one also, let's see here, does that have any kind of, I thought it had like a, no, that's a big giant rock. Well, I mean, I suppose we could go here. We have an atmospheric ship. If we land there, we could probably set up a base with some of the materials we have. I don't know. It's a tough call. It's a tough call because I'm tempted to skip going to that one and actually proceed towards this one here. I mean, it looks like it might be smaller or farther away, but I'm thinking that I guess it doesn't really matter. But I was just thinking that it would give us maybe a better chance of finding salvage on the way there. Yeah, I think that's what we're going to do. Alright, let's go ahead and build up our speed here. Well, actually, you know what? Before we get going, we're going to take a nap. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and call this an episode. Thank you so much for joining me for Space Engineers Lost in Space, and we survived yet another episode. What is the deal? Next episode, we're going to go ahead and do what Minuteman, you suggested that we need to make sure that we go through and get the majority of the blocks. So we're going to have to go through and get the majority of the blocks ground down. Probably do that next episode, and hopefully we can find some more salvage next episode. Begin to build up our ship, possibly even get a large grid ship together so that we can dock this one and use this one for cargo hauling and things like that, and then use the other one for something other than that. So anyways, thank you so much for joining me, and I'll see you next time on Space Engineers. You know the deal. Like, subscribe, all that fun stuff. Thanks for watching.